Aging is one of the most natural and universal human experiences. Yet it is also one of the most misunderstood and underserved stages of life. When it comes to health and nutrition, the transition into the senior years, especially after the age of 60, presents unique physiological challenges that require thoughtful attention and consistent care. As the body undergoes changes in metabolism, hormonal function, immune response, and cognitive processes, the need for nutritional support becomes increasingly urgent. At this stage, one of the most impactful and often underestimated decisions a person can make for their long-term health is incorporating a well-formulated multivitamin into their daily routine. Multivitamins, when designed specifically for seniors, do far more than just prevent deficiencies. They actively support critical body systems, help manage chronic conditions, improve quality of life, and empower aging adults to continue living with energy, clarity, and strength. Far from being a luxury or an optional health trend, multivitamins are increasingly seen as a necessity in the modern toolkit for aging well. The body does not absorb nutrients in the same way at 60 as it did at 30 or even 50. One of the most significant physiological changes that occurs with age is a decline in the production of stomach acid. Hydrochloric acid plays an essential role in breaking down food and allowing the body to absorb nutrients, especially vitamin B12, calcium, and magnesium. When acid production decreases, as it often does in older adults, the body cannot extract the same level of nourishment from food. This leads to a gradual depletion of vital vitamins and minerals, even among those who maintain what appears to be a healthy diet. Over time, this shortfall can contribute to fatigue, muscle weakness, fragile bones, slower wound healing, increased susceptibility to illness, and a general feeling of low vitality. Additionally, as people age, they may develop conditions that require medication, and many common prescriptions further interfere with nutrient absorption. For example, long-term use of proton pump inhibitors, commonly prescribed for acid reflux, can reduce the absorption of calcium and magnesium. Diuretics used for hypertension can deplete potassium and magnesium. Diabetes medications like metformin are known to reduce vitamin B12 levels. In many cases, the medications necessary to manage chronic conditions unintentionally accelerate nutritional decline. This is where a multivitamin becomes essential. A high-quality multivitamin formulated for seniors is not just a vitamin tablet. It is a comprehensive system of support that provides bioavailable nutrients and forms the aging body can absorb and use effectively. Multivitamins for seniors over 60 are typically tailored to exclude excessive iron, since older adults are less likely to need it, and to include higher amounts of calcium, vitamin D, B12, and other nutrients that become more difficult to obtain or retain with age. They are also designed with digestive ease in mind, often using coated tablets, soft gels, or powders that are easier on the stomach and more efficiently absorbed in the small intestine. One of the clearest health benefits of multivitamins for elderly adults is the support they provide for bone health. Bone density naturally decreases with age, and without intervention, this can lead to osteopenia, osteoporosis, and a heightened risk of fractures. The consequences of a single fall in an older adult can be devastating, often resulting in hospitalization, loss of mobility, and a permanent decline in quality of life. Calcium and vitamin D are the two most critical nutrients for maintaining bone health, and yet both are often found to be deficient in seniors. Many do not consume enough calcium through diet alone, particularly those who are lactose intolerant or avoid dairy. Meanwhile, vitamin D synthesis from sunlight diminishes significantly in older adults due to changes in skin function and lower sun exposure. Vitamin K2 also plays a vital but lesser-known role in directing calcium into the bones and preventing it from accumulating in the arteries, where it can contribute to heart disease. A multivitamin that includes calcium, vitamin D, and vitamin K2 provides a powerful foundation for skeletal support and injury prevention. Beyond the bones, multivitamins have an equally important role to play in preserving immune function. As people age, their immune systems become less responsive. This phenomenon, known as immunosenescence, leads to slower recovery from infections, increased risk of illness, and less effective responses to vaccines. Nutrients such as vitamin C, zinc, and selenium are essential for a well-functioning immune system, helping the body to generate and deploy white blood cells and other immune responses effectively. Vitamin D also plays a critical role in immune modulation, reducing inflammation while boosting the body's ability to respond to pathogens. Multivitamins and immune support in seniors are intricately linked, and maintaining adequate nutrient levels through daily supplementation has been shown to reduce the incidence and severity of common infections such as colds and influenza. In a world where older adults are often more vulnerable to viral threats, the immune-boosting properties of multivitamins are not just helpful, they can be life-saving. Cognitive health is another major concern among the aging population, and here too, multivitamins demonstrate significant value. Memory loss, difficulty concentrating, and slowed information processing are often considered normal aspects of aging, but they are also strongly associated with nutritional deficiencies. Vitamins B6, B12, and folate are particularly crucial for cognitive function, as they help regulate homocysteine levels, which when elevated are associated with cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. Additionally, antioxidants like vitamin E and vitamin C protect brain cells from oxidative stress. A key factor in the aging of the brain, omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, support neuronal membrane fluidity and have been linked to improved memory and learning ability. Multivitamins that include these memory support vitamins for seniors contribute not only to brain maintenance, but also to emotional stability and a better sense of mental clarity. For aging adults who wish to remain sharp, independent, and engaged with the world around them, cognitive health support through proper nutrition is essential. Perhaps one of the most common but least addressed issues among seniors is a persistent feeling of low energy. Many older adults report waking up tired, lacking the stamina to carry out daily activities, or feeling drained after minimal exertion. While some of this can be attributed to decreased physical fitness, a significant portion is rooted in nutritional shortfalls. B vitamins, especially B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, and biotin, are all involved in cellular energy metabolism. They help the body convert food into fuel, generate ATP, and maintain the function of mitochondria, the energy factories within our cells. A deficiency in these vitamins can lead to constant tiredness, lack of motivation, and even symptoms that mimic depression. Coenzyme Q10 is another critical compound that supports mitochondrial function and energy production, but tends to decline naturally with age. Energy-boosting supplements for seniors often include these nutrients, offering not just a psychological lift, but a measurable increase in physical performance and endurance. When fatigue is persistent and unexplained, nutrition should be one of the first areas examined. In addition to bone, immune, cognitive, and energy-related benefits, multivitamins serve a larger purpose by helping to prevent or correct the many nutrient deficiencies that quietly build over time. Among the most prevalent in older adults are deficiencies in vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin B12. Each of these has wide-reaching effects on health. Vitamin D and calcium deficiencies, for instance, weaken bones and muscles, increasing fall risk. Magnesium deficiency can contribute to muscle cramps, anxiety, irregular heartbeat, and insulin resistance. Low potassium levels are associated with high blood pressure, kidney stress, and fatigue. Vitamin B12 deficiency can result in nerve damage, memory loss, and irreversible cognitive decline if left untreated. These deficiencies are not rare anomalies. They are well-documented public health concerns among seniors worldwide. Because many of these nutrients are difficult to obtain in sufficient quantities from food alone, particularly in the presence of poor appetite, dental issues, or restrictive diets, multivitamins offer a straightforward and effective solution. The value of multivitamins also lies in their simplicity. Instead of managing multiple supplement bottles, older adults can take a single tablet or powder that covers the broad spectrum of their nutritional needs. This is especially helpful for individuals managing multiple prescriptions, as the simplicity of a single multivitamin reduces the risk of missed doses or interactions. Safe multivitamins for elderly people are formulated to avoid excessive dosages that could be harmful, and they are often designed to work harmoniously with common medications. For example, many senior formulas exclude iron unless a deficiency is diagnosed, since iron overload is more dangerous than deficiency in this age group. These formulations also typically contain moderate levels of fat-soluble vitamins like A and E, which can accumulate in the body if taken in excess. In choosing a multivitamin, seniors often face an overwhelming number of options. The market is flooded with products claiming to support aging, boost immunity, enhance memory, and increase vitality. However, not all multivitamins are created equal, and the needs of a 65-year-old are different from those of a 35-year-old. The best multivitamins for seniors over 60 are those designed with the senior body in mind. These formulations prioritize bioavailable nutrients, meaning the forms of vitamins and minerals that are most easily absorbed and utilized by the aging digestive system. For example, vitamin B12 is more effectively absorbed as methylcobalamin rather than Magnesium citrate is gentler on the stomach than magnesium oxide. Vitamin D3, or cholecalciferol, is more potent than D2 and is the preferred form for supporting calcium absorption and immune health. Selecting the right product often means choosing a brand that has invested in clinical testing, transparent labeling, and quality sourcing. It is also important to consider that nutritional needs may differ between men and women, even within the senior population. Postmenopausal women, for example, are at a significantly higher risk of osteoporosis than their male counterparts, and their calcium and vitamin D requirements may be higher. Men, on the other hand, may benefit from additional support for prostate health, which is often provided through added zinc, selenium, and lycopene. Gender-specific formulas can help tailor support more precisely, providing balanced amounts of the nutrients each group most commonly needs. Furthermore, the demands placed on a body recovering from surgery, illness, or long-term stress often exceed the minimum daily requirements. In such cases, a standard multivitamin may not be enough, and therapeutic doses under medical supervision may be warranted. The story of nutrient needs does not end at 60. In fact, as individuals enter their 70s, 80s, and beyond, the body continues to change in ways that increase the need for support. Appetite often decreases, sense of taste may dull, and chewing or swallowing can become difficult. All of these changes can reduce dietary intake and enjoyment of food, leading to unintentional weight loss and further nutrient depletion. Many older adults also become more sedentary, reducing their exposure to sunlight and making vitamin D deficiency even more likely. In long-term care settings, these problems can be compounded by institutional food limitations, lack of fresh produce, and medication side effects. Multivitamins serve as a foundational support system that ensures basic needs are met even when external circumstances are less than ideal. They are a nutritional anchor for individuals whose dietary patterns may be inconsistent or limited by physical or financial constraints. It is a common misconception that taking a multivitamin is unnecessary if one eats well. While whole foods should always be the foundation of any healthy diet, even the most mindful eaters can fall short of meeting every requirement, especially in older age. This is not because of poor habits, but because the body's efficiency at extracting nutrients diminishes over time. Soil depletion, food processing, and the reduced nutrient density of modern produce also contribute to this shortfall. Seniors who follow vegetarian or vegan diets are particularly at risk for deficiencies in vitamin B12, iron, zinc, and omega-3 fatty acids. Those managing diabetes must often restrict their intake of fruit and carbohydrates, which may limit vitamin C and certain B vitamins. Gluten-free or dairy-free individuals may lack calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. In all of these scenarios, multivitamins act as a bridge between best intentions and biological reality. Daily supplements for aging gracefully do not only affect physical health, their psychological impact is equally significant. Seniors who take control of their nutritional health often report feeling more empowered, motivated, and hopeful about their well-being. The act of taking a multivitamin each day serves as a personal affirmation, a reminder that health is still a priority, and that there is always something one can do to feel better. This daily habit can influence other behaviors, encouraging more exercise, better hydration, and regular sleep. It creates a sense of routine and agency, which is especially valuable in older age, when life may feel more uncertain or constrained by health limitations. A multivitamin may be a small object, but it represents a big step toward self-care and proactive health management. For older adults with chronic conditions such as arthritis, hypertension, or heart disease, the benefits of multivitamin use become even more compelling. These conditions often increase the body's demand for antioxidants and anti-inflammatory nutrients, which are not always easy to obtain through food alone. Multivitamins that include vitamin C, vitamin E, selenium, and polyphenol-rich plant compounds can help counteract the oxidative stress and inflammation that contributes to disease progression. For those with cardiovascular concerns, specific nutrients such as magnesium, potassium, and coenzyme Q10 support healthy blood pressure, heart rhythm, and circulation. Multivitamins for heart health after 60 offer a comprehensive way to address these multiple demands without needing an entire cabinet of separate supplements. Memory loss is another concern that affects a growing number of older adults and their families. With the rise in cases of dementia and Alzheimer's disease, more attention is being given to nutritional strategies that support brain health. Memory support vitamins for seniors are often rich in B-complex vitamins, omega-3s, and antioxidants that help preserve brain structure and function. Clinical studies have shown that supplementation with folate, vitamin B6, and vitamin B12 can reduce brain atrophy in older adults with mild cognitive impairment. Meanwhile, omega-3 fatty acids help maintain the fluidity of brain cell membranes and support neurotransmitter function. These are not just hopeful guesses, they are evidence-backed interventions that give aging individuals tools to protect one of their most precious assets, their mind. Equally important to consider is the growing number of seniors living with digestive issues, whether due to years of processed food, antibiotic use, or medical conditions such as irritable bowel syndrome or diverticulitis. Many older adults suffer from compromised gut health. A poorly functioning digestive system limits nutrient absorption, which further increases the need for supplementation. Seniors may also be more prone to constipation, bloating, or food sensitivities, which narrow their dietary choices and restrict nutrient intake. A high-quality multivitamin helps ensure that basic needs are covered even when the digestive system is not at its best. Some formulas even include probiotics or digestive enzymes to support gut health directly, providing another layer of assistance where it's most needed. Seniors and nutritional support go hand in hand, and yet many people are unaware of the depth of this relationship. Proper nutrition influences not only physical energy and immune resilience, but also emotional well-being, mental sharpness, sleep quality, and recovery time from illness. Seniors who are nutritionally replete are better able to handle stress, enjoy social interaction, pursue hobbies, and maintain their independence. These outcomes are not just idealistic, they are documented. Older adults who use multivitamins regularly have been shown to experience fewer infections, lower rates of hospitalization, and better self-rated health. While supplements are not a substitute for a healthy lifestyle, they are a vital part of the foundation upon which good health is built. They represent a proactive, low-cost, and low-risk intervention that can generate meaningful returns in terms of longevity and quality of life. This interconnected web of support becomes even more critical as seniors face transitional periods in their lives. Whether adjusting to retirement, coping with the loss of a loved one, moving to a new living situation, or dealing with a new diagnosis, the body and mind are often under added strain. Stress increases the demand for key nutrients like vitamin C, magnesium, and B-complex vitamins. In times of grief or anxiety, appetite often declines, further exacerbating the risk of deficiency. Multivitamins during these life changes can serve not only as nutritional insurance, but also as emotional anchors, small daily gestures that offer a sense of stability and continuity when everything else feels uncertain. In the larger conversation about senior health, multivitamins are sometimes unfairly diminished or misunderstood as being less important than prescription medications or major lifestyle changes. But this perspective misses the subtle, consistent role that micronutrients play in virtually every biological function. Vitamins and minerals do not simply top off a person's health, they form the very foundation of wellness, supporting everything from blood flow to brain activity. When even a few of these essential nutrients are in short supply, the body begins to falter, not dramatically, perhaps, but gradually, persistently, and often silently. What begins as mild fatigue or forgetfulness may evolve into chronic inflammation, cognitive decline, or systemic weakness. The reverse is also true. When nutritional adequacy is restored, the improvements, while sometimes quiet, can be powerful and sustaining. Over 60 health and wellness vitamins are not a marketing gimmick. They are a reflection of what science and decades of clinical observation have taught us about the human life cycle. Seniors who maintain sufficient levels of vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, vitamin B12, and antioxidants are better equipped to navigate the physical demands of aging, the emotional weight of transition, and the social challenges of reduced independence. They are more likely to remain active, engaged, and self-sufficient, which is not only a personal victory but a public health benefit. Reduced reliance on emergency care, fewer hospitalizations, and greater mobility all translate into a healthier society and reduced burdens on caregivers and families. As modern medicine evolves, so too does our understanding of nutrition's role in disease prevention and management. The future of senior health will likely include more personalized supplementation based on genetics, gut microbiome analysis, and nutrient biomarker testing. But even now, the tools we have are effective, accessible, and evidence-based. Multivitamins for seniors over 60 are already tailored to common patterns of need. They provide a practical, inexpensive, and low-risk method of ensuring foundational wellness in a world that increasingly demands health, self-management, and preventive care. It is also important to remember that health is not only about surviving illness, but about optimizing one's experience of life. Seniors who feel strong, mentally clear, emotionally balanced, and physically comfortable are more likely to participate in family activities, pursue hobbies, volunteer, travel, and continue contributing to their communities. When nutritional deficiencies are addressed, seniors do not simply feel not sick, they feel alive again. They smile more often, move more confidently, think more clearly, and engage more meaningfully. This sense of vitality is priceless, and yet it begins with something as humble and simple as a daily capsule of essential nutrients. Skeptics may still question the value of supplementation, insisting that food should be enough, but this viewpoint often overlooks the realities of aging. It overlooks the physiological limitations of absorption, the dietary restrictions imposed by illness or medication, the decline in appetite, and the modern agricultural practices that have reduced nutrient density in produce. It also overlooks the socioeconomic challenges that many seniors face living alone, cooking less often, or relying on prepackaged meals. A multivitamin, in this context, is not a replacement for food, but a safety net. It ensures that no matter what else happens in the day, the body receives what it needs to function at a basic level. And often, that is the difference between just getting by and truly thriving. For caregivers, family members, and health professionals, recommending a daily multivitamin for an aging loved one is one of the most supportive and practical gestures they can make. It shows foresight, compassion, and an understanding of how even small actions can yield large results. It is a vote of confidence in that person's health, independence, and future. And for seniors themselves, choosing to take a multivitamin is not an admission of weakness. It is an act of strength. It is a daily commitment to oneself, a declaration that health is still worth protecting and life is still worth living fully. In the journey of aging, there are many factors we cannot control: genetics, past injuries, environmental exposure, or unexpected illnesses. But nutrition is one area where we still have power, still have influence, and still have opportunity. The daily use of a carefully chosen, senior-formulated multivitamin is one of the clearest, most actionable ways to seize that opportunity. It is a practical expression of self-care, a smart adaptation to biological change, and a deeply human response to the universal desire for strength, clarity, and resilience as we grow older. In conclusion, the evidence is clear and the need is pressing. Multivitamins for seniors over 60 are not just helpful, they are essential. They support bones, protect the heart, nourish the brain, sustain energy, and reinforce the immune system. They compensate for what the body can no longer do as easily on its own, and they provide the missing pieces that diet, medication, and lifestyle alone may not cover. When used consistently and wisely, they offer not just longer life, but better life. They offer dignity, vitality, and the confidence to continue engaging with the world on one's own terms. For every senior who hopes to age not just gracefully, but powerfully, multivitamins are a daily companion on that journey, quietly, working in the background to make every day a little stronger, a little sharper, and a little more vibrant than the last.